Hello everybody, Rudderman here. Welcome to another Dokkan battle video. You guys know the drill. A new unit is gonna come out to the game. We're gonna talk about should you summon or not. So STR TIEN is steadfast and almost homebound, technically, in about a little over 7 hours from now. Like 7 hours and 36 minutes. That's at the time I'm recording this. Possibly by the time I upload this, it might be 7 hours from the time this goes up. So just trying to make sure that I can cash in my time correctly. So we got our boy STR TIEN showing up, and you guys know I'm gonna possibly try to implement this or possibly try to put it on writing and then show it up on screen before I do these, but we're gonna go through a 3-point system that I would like to see what makes it so that TIEN is worth summoning or not. So my immediate response is going to be no, due to the calendar, and that is one of the other points that I'm going to be added into this. So it's not going to be longer a 3-point system, it's going to be possibly like a 4-point system. We'll see. But let's go ahead and talk about TIEN. Interesting character, really nice. 200% of stats for Final Trump card and Earthlings. I also will pop the categories for Earthlings here in a second, same as Final Trump card. We'll talk about those, but most likely he will be beneficial on the Earthlings team led by Tao. So this guy, you know, with his intro gets the 4 to 8 key randomly at the start of the turn for 10 turns, which is very beneficial. Most of these fights are not going to last that long, depending on where you are. He gets 2 key, 250% attack and defense, and then he's providing all allies support for 2 turns. Defensive support, not overall offensive and defensive support. And of course, before he gets hit, he gets the 75% damage reduction. And then after he gets hit, as the first attacker in the turn, he's going to get a defense boost of 400%, 30% damage reduction, and then he's going to get an additional 20% damage reduction, attack plus 100%, and defense plus 200% with the additional 3 key for 3 turns. Now, I don't know if this will just disappear. I need to... you guys gotta let me know in the comments, but I might be wrong whenever it comes down to these things. But I'm assuming that whenever it comes down to it, that his damage reduction will go away as soon as he gets hit. And then after that, you will start getting this. So his damage reduction will go from 75 to 30. And then he will get that extra 20% damage reduction, and then it's going to be for 3 turns. So then the next turn that's carrying over, before receiving an attack within the turn, this extra damage reduction is going to be provided for him, same as these extra stats, which are going to be, I feel, very, very good for TIEN. And then, of course, if you place this guy as the second or third attacker in the turn, he's getting all these extra buffs right here, chances of dodging, additional attack, plus 400%, and defense plus 200% whenever he attacks. So his attack is going to skyrocket most assuredly, and then of course he has the chance to nullify Ki Blast super attacks. But if it's a Kamehameha category enemy who's doing said Ki Blast attack, it'll nullify guaranteed. So that's going to be very, very helpful on certain fights here and there. He lowers attack and defense on some of these fights, which is also very helpful. We'll try to see those. A lot of people are thinking that maybe due to the fact that we're getting the next phase of the Million Arena, that this unit is going to be like a shoe-in or like a must-have unit for you to be able to run him and be able to do something to that Million Arena or Million Reset Arena, however you guys want to call it. I don't know if it's gonna be beneficial for you to just like go in and try to pull for this character, right? So you got some options here and there, right? And then of course with his active skill, he's able to do the ultimate damage to the enemy. And do keep in mind that he is stacking attack on his 18 key, so the attack stacking is gonna be very helpful for him. So this is gonna do some really high amount of damage, so keep an eye out for that. Then of course linking partners here. We do have some online here. We got Tao, who shares 4 links with him, Panther Power Kid Goku, some of the DB Saga characters, which are most likely gonna be the way to go. Like I'm visualizing the team. Maybe Tao's gonna be the leader. You're gonna possibly run this guy. Of course STR TIEN if you do manage to pull him. Chi-Chi, Bulma, maybe somebody else. Maybe I truly don't know who you can be able to add here. Also, I do want to preface here, he has a farmable super attack, so make sure to get the I believe this one was a bit easier for me to just acquire, seeing as his Prime Battle LR event is not available, so you can't farm up this guy. And his Super Strike, I believe it's available, because he will need Super Strike medals in order for you to awaken him. So do keep in mind that. So that is one of the points. I mean, the unit is good, so I would say maybe he gets a point in order for you to like maybe think about maybe summoning for him or not. Then we jump over to his banner design. So it's gonna be a yellow coin LR, therefore he's gonna have PD. Therefore it's gonna be a label as some of a label as this type of banner, right? So he'll have like 10 featured SSRs, and of course you will be able to obtain the coins. Now we got the Dokkan special day tickets. You can be able to use those to summon for Tien. I suggest that for everybody who's planning on summoning, use those tickets first, and then you'll see maybe whether you should summon or not. But I really highly do not recommend summoning just because of the banner as well. Maybe the quality of the banner is not going to be that fun to have, right? Seeing as it's Tien, what I'm looking at is that maybe we'll add like characters that most likely are gonna be related sort of as the theme for Tien, but I'm also seeing like we had Pycon here, and then Planet Namek Saga Gohan was one of the features in here. I'm thinking maybe Tien is gonna be here, maybe Bulma is gonna be another LR showing up here. We did have Golden Freeze in 17 for this slot. I don't know who could we have here as a yellow coin unit. I'm thinking like it's either somebody like nobody has gotten an ECA recently, so we can't depict that he will be like a featured unit on the banner. So it's just depends on who it is. It's possibly gonna be like a random LR and some other side characters here and there too. Related to Tien, I'm possibly seeing that this Krillin might be featured in there. This side banner character Krillin. Maybe this Hachan is gonna be featured in there. I'm looking at like related characters that could be featured on these banners that could also help Tien, since that's also what they're planning on doing. Like, oh, they can bring units like Pycon, but Pycon can be also get help from this Piccolo side, or I don't know, from Goku, from Golden Freeze in 17. I think they have solid support. Does this guy have solid support? No, he doesn't. Or maybe Cold Judgment and Experienced Fighters and things like that. But yeah, the banner, I feel like the banner is just not going to be great. The banner is just going to be awful. So yeah, like I don't think that should be a point for you guys to like get. I don't think you guys should summon on this. Again, you can be able to get pity, so maybe even dumping 150 stones, I feel like it's too treacherous, especially this close to the global Dokkan campaign, which is what we're going to be speaking about next. I pulled up the calendar here. The banner is going to come out on the 17th, at least for me, the morning of the 17th. And we are most likely 2 weeks away from what could be the reveal, or like the precursor of the celebration, right? They usually have these countdown campaigns happening before the global Dokkan campaign is gonna start, so that's most likely what's gonna happen. And then at the beginning of July, like this week right here, July 7th, that is when they're going to begin the proper celebration, because they're possibly trying to align it the same way that the anniversary happened last year, right? So that possibly could be the case. So that is one other point. Like, you're like possibly going to be 2 weeks away to maybe either recover the dragon stones that you spent, or I don't know, purchase Dragon Stones and things like that. But we're basically 2 weeks away from the kickoff of the celebration. And then on July 7th, we should start getting the beginning of the Global Dokkan campaign. And maybe the next few days, like the 9th of July, is when we get the banners for this big global Dokkan campaign that is sort of like similar to an anniversary type celebration, right? So yeah, that could be one of the instances why I would say don't summon on this. It's not going to be worth it, right? So I figure it's going to be the same length, or if not, it's going to be extended until the 5th or 6th of July. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah. And then, of course, I did want to bring up the Earthlings team to just mention who did this character help out, right? This is big because this is a 200% leader. So this is a nice little addition to this team. Do keep in mind that if you want to run this guy as a friend, you can be able to do it. If you did pull Tao, you can also do that. And you can be able to just use this guy as a friend, which is what most likely will be my plan B. So if I don't pull him with the tickets, that's possibly just going to be what happens. So I'll make sure to get that done, basically. Just it's either I pull him with the tickets. I really don't want to divest a lot of stones on this, but we'll plan things out. We'll see. And then of course, here is the lineup for Earthlings. It doesn't seem like the greatest, but of course you're not planning on pulling Tien to just use him as a lead. You're possibly most likely going to be using Tien on Taos' team, because again, he's in a couple of 200% or 220%, I should say. But there's Tao, there's Cell, because he's on tournament participants as well, but that could be just the extra 200% to HP. I don't think he's on accelerated battle, so there's no way he fits on that. Yep. And then of course he is on DB Saga, because if we can check, well, I think Goku just only provides the 200% to HP. Yeah, because he's not on Dragon Ball Seekers either. And this is not young Tien, so he's not going to be fitting on youth. So the only proper 220% leader that he has is Tao. So Tao is going to be a great leader. Just pop him into the team. You have General Blue. You have Chi-Chi, who's again a fantastic DB Saga support. Is he? Yeah. So, well, actually, is he extreme? Oh, yeah, he is, because of course he's fighting Goku. So, an additional 30% attack and defense for counters also belong to the DB Saga. Either way, he's still going to be getting support from Chi-Chi, because he fits on the DB Saga team. So you got that. You also got Path to Power Kid Goku, who's not on Earthlings here, but I think Tao leads Earthbred Fighters, which of course, Goku is in there. You can be able to add Path to Power Kid Goku in there. Bulma, I'm thinking LR Bulma will be the better case scenario, but this is a really nice support here. I think LR Bulma could be in there. Bunny Bulma can also be in there too, because they don't have the same name. You can add them into the team, just overfill the team with support here and there, and you're going to be fine. And then, of course, this LR Tien, this Prime Battle LR Tien is going to get his ECA in around next week, I want to say. Next week. So maybe another character to add on the team, but I really highly doubt that you will want to add this guy, considering the fact that you're going to pull for this guy. If you're going to pull for this guy, which I do not recommend. So, I mean, he gets the point, you know, Earthlings is getting... I love that DB Saga is getting a lot of love throughout this year. You know, we got the ECA for this Mercenary Tao. Even though he's not great, he's still a pretty recent unit. Tao, General Blue, Chi-Chi, some of these like characters who are really, really good are getting a lot of love here. DB Saga Goku as well. Like, and now this Tien. I'm happy that we're getting some love for the DB Saga team / Earthlings teams here and there. So he gets the point, I would say. So, but it's 2-on-2 basically. So it's a tie. I'm gonna break the tie and say don't summon. This is not a worthwhile unit to pull for. When I mean that, I mean in terms of like, okay, you're gonna use him and he's only gonna be on his limited teams, right? Which is another category that we can add into the point system, like the teams. Who is he gonna be helping out, right? Because final trump card, you have some units in here, but it's not like, oh, I'm gonna rush, pull Tien, use Tien as a leader, and then run him with all these other final trump card characters. Like, I don't see that, right? But he's a good help for that team because he's now gonna lead that team for 200%. There's World Tournament, which World Tournament right now could use the help. Yeah. Then we have Bond Master and Disciple, which of course also might need to help you. We got these amazing Carnival LRs. We got Beast in there, but of course Beast can get destroyed at this point. This guy sucks. Yeah, like Bond Master and Disciple needs some help as well too. Bond Friendship. It's another team that really needs the help too, man. We did get an ECA right here for this, but we need her ECA. And then of course just a couple of Gokus, Cauliflas, Kales, Tien, Chaozu, things like that. I really wanted this to be like a Dokkan Fest, so it could have released with like a proper side banner Chaozu, but the game is not going to give us that. He's also on Earthbred Fighters, which again, Tao is going to make sure that he fulfills that role here and provide him that leader skill buff. Why is my mouse freaking out? We'll take that away. Can I? Okay, why am I lagging? And then of course we got Tournament Participants, which has gotten some recently good buffs all around, right? But most likely this being just like the Universe Survival Saga team slash, of course, Tournament Participants characters, right? So, not bad. So categories in the end of itself, I don't think he helps out that much. So, yeah. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Are you guys only gonna summon with your tickets? Are you guys planning on summoning with your Dragon Stones? Let me know down in the comments below. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We will be doing our summon video whenever it comes down to it. So stay tuned for that. Do make sure to hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys are summoning. And hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day, evening, nighttime, whatever it may be. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.